Alright, today we're going to talk about why prostitution should stay illegal, and we'll cover steps, as in STDs, requirements, brothels, financial standpoint, and the health standpoint. But first, I want to ask you, how many people would trust a prostitute and their surroundings? Alright, STDs, sexually transmitted diseases that happen when you have sex. If there's unprotected sex going on at these brothels, which is a hotel of sex, and the prostitute had a paper saying she was clean and has been tested, but what about the customer? And then those papers, you can't say that none of them are going to be forged just to keep a prostitute in business, to help her out or help the business out if she's one of the more high paying prostitutes that customers would want. Okay, requirements. I looked at prostitution.procon.org, and the requirements to be a prostitute are very slim. There are practically no requirements except to be clean of STDs and then to be a girl or guy and have no health problems. Okay, brothels. These are hotels of sex, and then there's one in Kansas and then Wyoming, I believe, according to www.associatedcontent.com. And yeah, they raise a lot of money, but also taxes are taxed upon them, and sex taxes also casted upon them. And their income isn't quite as much as everyone thinks it is, because then the money they make has to go into testing the girls. And then how clean would these brothels be? I mean, if a customer comes in, finishes, and then leaves, is that room shut down for 10 minutes to be cleaned and sanitized, or is it shut down like for the night or the day, or is it not cleaned until they close that night or they close that next morning? Financial standpoint. How would you tax sex? What would be the basis of a sex tax? Would you tax 7.25% like just a regular sales tax, or would it be higher or lower? What would an income be for a prostitute? Would they be paid by customer? Would they be paid by hour, or would they be on a salary? Okay, and now we're going to talk about the health issues. STDs we've already covered, but what about the other health issues that are just bacteria diseases that an AIDS test or STD test won't pick up because it's bacteria, not in the system. Then health insurance. What insurance company is going to cover a prostitute for a decent insurance price when they'll be having sex, unprotected or protected, and then the high risk of contracting STD by the customer or by themselves? Alright, so today we have covered STDs, the requirements to be a prostitute, brothels, financial standpoint, and health. In conclusion, we have talked about why prostitution should stay illegal and the effects it would have on our economy and health as a nation. We have talked about the issue at hand and have heard from both sides and the pros and cons of them as well. Closing statement. What do you believe in as in young citizens of America? You're the voters when it comes time to vote, so you decide the outcome.